Thank you for participating in this important day for ISIA. I'd like to thank in particular ambassadors, diplomats and senators. Unfortunately, Honorable Alessandro Pagano will not be able to join us because he has a previous engagement, and Honorable Squeri, however, will join us, and Honorable Craxi. I would like to give the floor now to Senator Salvatore Trevisi, and we met recently, but he is always very close to our work. It is an honor for me to receive colleagues, ambassadors, and prestigious guests here in the Italian Senate for this important ISIA award, which is aimed at rewarding the best articles or thesis concerning the relationships that may strengthen cooperation between Italy and Asian countries. For a few years, we have been looking at Asia with a different perspective. We are no longer speaking of emerging countries, but rather we're speaking of a continent that has become very crucial in the world because of technological innovation and its abilities to attract new ventures. Of course, the sheer genius of Asians, together with that of Italians, is well known throughout the world, and these new initiatives, inventions, indeed can create a unique synergy on the international arena. I believe that it is important for us, for our country, indeed, to strengthen cooperation with friends, ambassadors. Of course, I dare to call you friends. I'm honored to do so, many of whom are dear and with whom we often communicate so as to understand how to further strengthen our cooperation. This important award today recognizes the important work, the important academic work performed by young people, especially concerning new IT systems, new technologies, and I believe that our connections and our industries should cooperate even further to give rise to positive outcomes for both our spheres. We have to strengthen our links and contacts. We truly need a world in which we feel united by a single project: prosperity, peace, and friendly relations. I'd like to thank ISIA for having involved me in this excellent work, and I'd like to thank ISIA for everything it's been doing. I am always fully available to receive their stimuli, their inputs, in order to turn them into practical, tangible actions. I believe this initiative is already producing excellent results. Thank you very much, and have a fruitful working day. Thank you, Ambassador. Unfortunately, Honorable Trevisi and Honorable Squeri will be busy in the Senate itself because there are votes going on. Our President, Mr. Mario Morgoni, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. I'd like to thank Senator Trevisi, who has helped us use this hall in which we are having this celebration day for ISIA. I'd like to thank speakers, ambassadors, authorities, both from Italy and from other countries, our guests and friends, which of course is a great pleasure to host in accompanying the activity that our institute has been performing over the last few years. Indeed, we're almost an older institution. We have been founded 50 years ago, so it's very important for institutions and representatives of the reality of our country to work with us, in addition to representations of Asian countries. Today is the final point of a project. We launched this call for proposals with results and features that were already mentioned by Senator Trevisi. Indeed, he adequately described our aims. Let me add that the award ceremony, which was geared to one of the works submitted, was widened to 3 experts because the participation to the competition was much wider than we had expected. Our institute, and let me please tell you something more about our institute, which promoted our competition. We belong to the 3rd sector, and we were created to foster the strengthening the cooperation with Asian countries. The first General Secretary of ISIA in 1975 was Professor Antonio Priori, who was a professor of Chinese at Rome University. It's a pleasure to quote him because we see here the business attaché of the Chinese embassy. So he was a professor of Chinese, just to show you how oriented we were towards the Asian world and China in particular. Our attention was already focused there. We work in cooperation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, of course, and we, of course, once again cooperate with our diplomats, following a different pathway. Without the burden of institutional work, we can operate less formally. ISIA works with experts and offer cooperation to political, economic and cultural bodies, both in our countries and in the embassies in different Asian countries. This has allowed us to capitalize on long-winding experience. And of course, we believe that we have also acquired credibility. For us, this is an important novelty, since the activity of our institute over the years has always been of an operational nature, to expand our work through embassies in Asia, the knowledge and the development of dialogue and mutual relations. This operational nature is constantly supported by an exchange of ideas with our embassies and, of course, the organization of conferences where we dealt with different topics and devoted, of course, special attention to individual countries. Let me mention a few recent initiatives that we organized. For example, the very recent one, which focused on constitutional reforms in Kazakhstan. And it is a great pleasure for me to see here the Kazakh ambassador, who is our friend. We also organized a recent conference which focused on Malaysia and which included an important area such as Southeast Asia, and included the association which brings together the countries in that area. We also focused on Turkmenistan in 2025. We focused on the topic of AI on global political scenarios, and we examined the first manual written in the world devoted to this issue, to this topic. These are some of the initiatives we promoted. Let me quote and mention 2 conferences which we devoted to the Middle Corridor, this important communication throughway, which has become increasingly important given the recent political events. Another important event was as follows. We saw the representations of all the diplomats of Gulf countries. We had the presentation of the relations between Iran and Italy between 1875 and 2015. What am I trying to say? We have been very practical, operational in our approach. And this operational perspective, in fact, now has included something new to contribute through academic research to scientifically investigating with a far-reaching analysis those features of Italy and Asia that can be mutually beneficial. This initiative comes from the intention of enhancing an informed public cooperation in a time which is characterized by technological competition, political tensions, the changing of global value chains, and an increasing importance of the social and cultural dimensions of international cooperation. This choice was caused by the fact that over time we were able to witness how small universities, for example, the Camerino University, which is in my region, with which we had meetings and relations. So I was saying that even small universities in our countries are pursuing common and shared activities with other universities and academic centers in Asian countries. So hence the idea of supporting and promoting excellence within academic research and contributing to training a new generation of scholars and analysts specialized in the dynamics between Italy and Asia. From energy security to critical raw material access to competition in AI and in quantum technologies, the role of culture and the role of civil society. Well, in all these features, Asia is a fundamental partner to face international challenges. But there's also a general feature, a strategic feature, which in the present historical moment is far from useless. Academic research may help us delve into this topic, the need to rethink the relationship between the Western world and Asia, which has brought to the fore new protagonists that we must address with new thought categories rather than the old ones. Today, the relations between Asia and Europe and Asia in this relationship, it is no longer to follow the old route, but to find a new pathway guaranteeing the prospect of a more peaceful existence. Research, especially when it brings together new and different experiences, may represent a formidable opportunity to find tools, rules, and ethical rules that must be shared, which an interconnected world needs, despite the fact that it is full of conflicts and fragmentations. It is a vital need. Not dealing with this issue may not only risk the existence of international balances, but actually jeopardize the future of humanity. This new situation, which has represented a stimulus for us to undertake new pathways, is crucial. This is why we decided to undertake this international initiative to link theory with practical political issues, offer new issues to be analyzed by scholars and analysts, and understand the role of Italy in the bilateral and multilateral relations with Asia. Let me just stress to conclude something. We wanted to introduce in the judgment rules for the works presented an institutional perspective. I'd like to thank all the young scholars. Of course, we will have a true awarding ceremony. The young people who participated in the competition with their work. Congratulations to the winners, who will be introduced and who will receive their well-deserved recognition. Thank you.
Grazie, Presidente.
Thank you, President, because giving the floor to Honorable Luca Squeri, I'd like to refer to what the President said, the relationship with young people. The President listed our past exchanges, but I would like to mention the next two events which will be organized. One will have to do with the themes of artificial intelligence and digital governance, and will follow on to the meeting we had in December. We will do it with a Italian Students Network, and I invite the foreign students to come, with which we want to develop the topics of artificial intelligence and everything that has to do with the digital world. Lastly, and this is a clarification, ISIA is working on the register for the accreditation of the members of the third sector. This will allow us to be increasingly practical, operational, and to offer our embassies a specific service. So we will send you an invitation in this respect. I'd like to give the floor to Honourable Luca Squeri, who just joined us so that he can address a word of welcome to you all.
Thank you so much. I thank you, President Morgoni, Vice President Divina, my friend Senator Trevisi, Domenico Palmieri, for your invitation here today. It's not the first time. I don't know why they still call me, but it happens quite often. Sometimes we also had lovely meetings to talk about specific subjects and talk about the future somehow. Skills are very important for us. ISIA has a skill that nowadays seems easy somehow, but it's not obvious. We don't have to take it for granted. The relations with Asia, but also the Middle East, is very important. You put me in cooperation with certain realities that allowed me to confront myself, and it's very necessary for Italy to have every day more interesting and intense relations with this part of the world, which is growing every day more, and it's giving all it has. It's giving important signals of change. Italy must be at the same level of these changes. I take care of synergies and energy, and when it comes to our world, we know that it's field of energetic dynamics, also when it comes to geopolitics, but also direct relations among countries. The biggest enterprise for petrol of Italy is, yes, Italian, but from Azerbaijan as well. So I would like to salute everybody here today, and I want to praise ISIA, what it does every day, because it's always on point, always professional, and it creates bridges every day more in a very concrete way. Bridges you don't see, but you can actually touch them. Bridges that link Italy with countries that deserve our attention and our focus in the best way possible. And ISIA makes it easier. Thank you so much.
Grazie Squeri, e devo dare merito.
Thanks to you, we always find so much help, and this is the reason, because every time we organize an initiative, we call you, and it's always a success. Thank you. And I'll leave the floor another friend, Irene Manzi, Honorable Irene Manzi. Thank you. I want to thank ISIA, the president and friend, Mario Morgoni. It's not the first time we are here. Our colleague talks about energy, but I'm part of the commission that talks about culture, university, research. And I find myself at ease here today. I'm very happy to be here this morning because these subjects, like the awards that today are given to the winners, they are a concrete element that is very important for us. As Mario said, also globally speaking, in such a difficult context like today, we want to create these bridges and build them every day more, alliances. And I want to underline the skills of our winners of this first edition of this award, because of course this is an incredible occasion to celebrate research or the publications, their work they carried on, but also it's a recognition for their incredible skill, their incredible work, but it's also a push to go forward towards the future on their path. And it's really interesting also, this graph you can see here, and you told us which were the sectors, the research sectors that were underlined and considered more. It's between the humanism, the theme of the cultural politics and diplomacy and cooperation among people, and the new technologies. So their scientific research in terms of energy, EI as well, as all the initiatives you push through, and it represents a very important sector for our future. We have to measure ourselves with this every day. And I have to say that science, of course, represents the cooperation that is already there between Italian universities and Asia, the change that happens every day among students, Italian students, and all those who come from Asia. It's already happening, and I have to say that it's a very important instrument that can strengthen the relations between these two continents. Of course, it can be a push to do more as part of that commission that has to do with investments in that sector. It's important to have confrontations with Asia and talk about these subjects. In terms of investments in these sectors, in research, scientific research, of course, it should be an encouragement for our country to increase the investment in these sectors. It's important for everybody, not only for international exchanges, but also other areas, and strengthen beyond our relations here today, all the sectors that give value to our country, and it's a pleasure for me to be here today for these very reasons. You've seen into the future, just like science does, and this can be an instrument in the name of humanities. We can say, I think about Matteo Ricci in this case, that together with Asia, built a bridge that is very important for us. Going in another country, we can go beyond prejudice, for example, in such a terrible and complex context, to go beyond and recognize each other, and not to be scared of the other. We have to strengthen these relationships. Thank you. Thank you, and I want to stop you for a second. I want you to stay here for a second. You don't know this is a surprise for you, but also for Squarey. As a small gesture of recognition from SIA, I invited the President and Vice President here because we want to give you this small recognition award for you and Luca Squarey, and I invite him to get on stage. Irene and Mario, come on. I was about to ask for an applause. Thank you.
Facciamo una foto.
Grazie a te. Facciamo una foto insieme? Certo, forse è meglio se ci mettiamo davanti.
Sì, ci mettiamo davanti.
Comodo, beneficio dei fotografi.
Before hoping that the Senator will arrive, Honorable Craxi, before starting the ceremony, I would like to underline what Honorable Squarey said about Azerbaijan, to salute the responsible of institutional relations of Italian Petroli, of Gruppo Socar. And I want to underline again what Honorable Manzi said when it comes to peace today and the necessary dialogue. I salute Queen Nadia here today, and I want to remind that Pakistan in these last few months is trying to mitigate the tensions between the United States and Iran. And I'll leave the floor to Vice President Sergio Divina for the award of this. Thank you so much. I wanted to say sorry in the name of everybody, Senator Trevisi, who was called. He has to participate in some voting, and it's probably very important, so he couldn't be here all the time. I don't know if I have to go on stage like everybody else. Yes. Has the president said, our general secretary, the award should have been an award given to a young person for research that could interest the relations between Italy and Asian countries, and there were many works, and the commission that examined them found itself in such a difficult situation, choosing only one, considering there were 3 works that were extremely interesting, and it decided to give this award ex aequo to 3 different people, 3 researchers, very young researchers. The first one is Dr. Aigerim Zmakulova. She has a professional experience in international cooperation, media analysis of public politics. She handles researches and projects of digital transformation. She specialized in interception between media governance and artificial intelligence. And she is the responsible of international cooperation in Stana Open Yaruk, where she takes care of the development of partenariats of institutions with embassies and experts, organizing meetings international speaking. We want to award her because of her incredible work. It's an Italian-Kazakhstan strategic partnership. It's focused on bilateral cooperation in the process of digitalization, AI, underlining how the use of AI can create favorable conditions for deep connections at an economical level between these 2 countries. They are strategic partners, and strengthening cooperation, the dialogue between these 2 countries, also especially when it comes to digital economy, and it represents a priority in our agenda. I would say to applaud. And I would like to invite the Honorable Ambassador Zendayev to come on stage. And I don't have Dr. Smaglova with us, so the ambassador must accept for her. He receives the prize in the name of Dr. Smakulova, Yerbolat Zambayev, Ambassador of Kazakhstan. Ambassador, if you want to take a picture.
Ambasciatore Sembaev, 2 parole.
Just a few words.
Siamo molto felici.
Se mi permettete.
We're very happy. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank ISIA for this event devoted to the award following the competition, and I am absolutely certain that this recognition will contribute to further strengthening the relations between the scientific communities and focus on the relations between Italy and Asia, and in particular Central Asia. Because, of course, we are in Central Asia. I'm particularly happy that our Kazakh expert of Astana Open Dialogue, Ms. Zmagulova, who was among the winners of the prize on behalf of the embassy. I'd like to congratulate all winners and wish them further success in their respective activities. Furthermore, I'd like to express my gratitude to the Italian Institute for Asia in the person of President Morgoni and Deputy Director Domenico Palmieri for the excellent organization of this event. As you heard, the research work of Mrs. Magulova was devoted to the partnership between Italy and Kazakhstan in the era of digital technologies. I believe that the choice of this topic is far from casual. The world is going through a profound digital transformation, and AI and big data, cloud computing and digital platforms are thoroughly changing public governance, the economy, and the everyday lives of ordinary people. In this context, strategic partnership between Kazakhstan and Italy takes on an increasingly profound meaning, which opens to new shared opportunity. Kazakhstan, with great determination, is undergoing a far-reaching digitization process of the economy. We are creating new technological ecosystem, and we are developing electronic governance and introducing innovative solutions in the field of health, education, the economy, and others. We have a ministry for AI in our country, which, of course, is telling. The new constitution of Kazakhstan, which will come into force on the 1st July of this year, envisages fundamental changes in the political life of our country, adjusting procedures to the challenges of artificial intelligence challenges. Italy, thanks to its experience in modernization, in digital manufacturing and in innovation, represents a first-rank partner in this sector. For many years, Kazakhstan and Italy have been having solid political, economic, and cultural relations. Italy is the main European economic partner in Kazakhstan and the third worldwide. Cooperation between our countries continues to grow constantly by confirming our mutual interests and the need to further enhance our relations. Italian companies are excellent in the field of engineering, industry, logistics, technologies, and the development of cutting-edge technologies. In Brussels, yesterday, a roundtable was held with the petition of the President of Kazakhstan, Mr. Tokayev, and an Italian company, important company, said that with the Kazakh Sovereign Fund, they committed to establishing a new plant in Kazakhstan for fuel, not only for the Kazakhstan, but for other European countries. This is of certain significance, because sustainability is something that has great importance for all of us. We are witnessing great potential for the further expansion in the field of petrol and oil and gas chemistry, and for transportation corridors, agriculture, industrial cooperation, supply chains which are sustainable, and the rare earth exchange. Particular importance we find in the cooperation in the field of digital economy, joint projects in the field of AI and of cybersecurity, of digital infrastructures, and of highly qualified training. Well, all this can give further impetus to the development of both our countries. The exchange of experiences between research centers, technological companies, and universities will allow us to work out innovative solutions to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Is equally important, we have the cooperation of scientific research and education. As we know, the Marke University has opened a campus in Kazakhstan. That is a further step towards greater cooperation in the field of education, the training of a new generation of specialists and the development of digital skills for young people, as well as the support for research activities in general, represent a guarantee for the future success of our countries. The international community is now called upon to deal with shared challenges, guarantee sustainable economic growth, promote innovation, and strengthen competitiveness, as well as building a safe digital environment. Kazakhstan and Italy can offer a significant contribution to reaching such objectives by enhancing the respective skills, expertise, and intellectual resources. I'm convinced that a strategic partnership between Kazakhstan and Italy in the field of digital technologies will continue to be stronger and stronger, opening new possibilities for entrepreneurs, education, and intercultural cooperation. And thank you very much for your prize. And I would like to thank all the authoritative guests here and have a productive working day. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I would like to greet the presence of Kazakh students who are here today. Thank you for being here. Please.
Allora ripetiamo sempre.
Once again, a winner ex aequo. Temirlan Razbayev from Kazakhstan. Sorry, Kyrgyzstan, says the speaker. Sorry for the mistake. A short presentation. Mr. Razbayev is a strategic leader with more than 10 years of experience in the management of projects, development, and consultancy, both in his country and internationally. He specialized in startup ecosystems, attracting investments and international cooperation. He successfully implemented more than 100 socioeconomic projects. He is the head expert at the National Institute for Strategic Initiatives under the presidency of the Republic of Kyrgyzstan, with particular focus on the analysis of economic policies, legislative reform, and the programs for strategic development. What is the motivation for this prize? The research of Dr. Razbayev, Italy as a gateway for venture capital and technology transfer to Central Asia, the strategic role of the Kyrgyz Republic. This introduces a strategic concept, the complementarity, the symmetrical complementarity of the relationship between our country and Kyrgyzstan. On the basis of this, the author successfully described how sharing technological potential in terms of natural resources can create and give rise to benefits in economic relations and in the dialogue between the two countries in sectors, for example, such as technological development, green energy, and the creation of startups, which fall within the interests of the political aims of our institute. He very interestingly described the development of venture capital instruments which can be applied in Kyrgyzstan in a partnership situation, both nationally and locally. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Kyrgyzstan, Omur Alayev, is asked to come to the podium. Thank you.
Chiaramente premiato.
Of course, we also have the winner, Mr. Razbayev.
Ambassador, first I would like to give the floor to Temirlan and then to you for his speech.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for everybody's. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, for us, for me, it's yeah, honor to stay here, and thank you for organizations who give for such kind of opportunity to us to show, to share our ideas, our view about the cooperation, and yeah, thank you for Rome, first of all. Yeah.
It's not easy.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, my core idea about in my articles, it's yeah, asymmetric complementary. I think our difference create good value and create the good good synergy, yeah, if we build something together. What can Italy bring? So Italy brings capitals, technology, access, and it's like gate for Europe and Africa to Kyrgyzstan and for Central Asia countries. For Kyrgyzstan can bring the youth and many talents ready to work to build some and create some innovation projects. And of course, Kyrgyzstan is the location, it's gateway to the Central Asia, to China, and in Kyrgyzstan we can work together in the green energy and create startups environment, because same time I represent the Central Asia startup associations, and we try and invite good leaders from all Asia, Central Asia, and try to build networks to go in other countries like Europe, America. That's why for us it's very important. Yeah, I think in culture too. Yeah, we are ready to grow together, and yeah, and scale our partnership. Thank you. Thank you.
Ok, Tamerlan, thank you very much. Vi assicuro che ieri sera a cena era molto più locale.
I can tell you that, of course, he was at ease last night at dinner, but now, of course, there's some tension. Please, Your Excellency.
First of all, buongiorno everybody. I would like to salute our Honorable President, Secretary General. Of course, unfortunately, you are here, the Honorable Trevisi, Mario Margoni, and of course Sergio Divine and Domenica Palmeri. Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and pleasure to participate in this important event and to share this pleasant atmosphere in the prestigious Senate of the Italian Republic. Sorry, sir. Switch. Yeah. That's okay. It's a technology. And I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Italian ISIA Institute for its valuable efforts in strengthening, first of all, the intellectual and human connections between Italy and the countries of Central Asia. In an increasingly interconnected world, initiatives such we are witnessing today play a crucial role in promoting dialogue and mutual understanding and academic cooperation. Today, I'm particularly proud on the occasion that the two representatives of the Kyrgyz Republic became winners of 2026 ISIA Strategic Horizons Award, Mr. Jomart Nadirbekov and Mr. Temirlan Razbayev, who come from Kyrgyzstan. And I would like to warmly congratulate Ms. Aygerim Smagulova, the participant the winner from Kazakhstan, on her outstanding achievement, and my colleague, Ambassador Simbaev. Their success reflects that not only their personal intellectual excellence and dedication, but also growing contribution of Central Asian youth to international academic and policy discussions. It's encouraging to see that young researchers from our Central Asian region being recognized here for their intellectual achievements and innovative perspective. Once again, my deep gratitude to ISIA Institute. Kyrgyzstan plays a great importance on education, research, and international cooperation. We firmly believe that investment to the human capital, investments to the knowledge are investments in more peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable future we are seeking for. Young scholars serve as bridges between nations, cultures, ideas, helping to build trust and understanding across borders. Relationship between Kyrgyzstan and Italy continues to develop dynamically. We highly value our partnership with Italy in all spheres, including political, economic, cultural, and educational. Academic exchange and research cooperation create new opportunities for bringing our societies closer together and for addressing common global challenges. In this regard, the mission of ISIA to serve as a bridge between Italy and Asia is both timely and important. We pay also utmost attention to our new format of Dialogue Italy plus Central Asia 5. And by encouraging dialogue and supporting talented young researchers, ISIA contributes to building a stronger foundation for future cooperation between our regions. To the award winners, I would like to say your achievements today are only the beginning of a much larger journey. Continue to pursue excellence, remain curious, and use your knowledge for the benefit of societies and international community. I wish every success to the next edition of the ISIA Strategic Horizons and hope that it will attract even more talented participants from across Asia and beyond. And in conclusion, I would like to say that I would like to welcome here the two ambassadors, our close friends from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Minister Faila, Ambassador Marco Maccini. So as I said, our cooperation within the format of Central Asia plus Italy, it's utmost importance for us, and we always seeking and thinking how to fill our cooperation by significant content for the benefit of our nations. And we are witnessing that three winners from Central Asia region, by their topics, they can contribute to our format, Central Asia-Italy cooperation format in terms of the content. So the all subjects, so as Italy get away for venture capital and technologies, technology transfers to Central Asia, and this horizontal cooperation, we look forward for the fruitful results. Thank you so much, and my again deep respect to ISIA Institute, and we proposed, as you know, to continue our fruitful cooperation, and our intention is to create a long-lasting cooperation between ISIA and the Kyrgyz National Institute for Strategic Studies, where our winner is working for. So we're looking forward for the MOU between two institutions, between two think tanks to fill up our content of cooperation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ambassador Muraliev. Anche l'onorevole Squeri ci deve lasciare per delle altre. Tra qualche minuto credo anche l'onorevole Manzi. Lo ha fatto, Sergio, giusto, lo ha fatto l'ambasciatore Omuraliev. Vorrei salutare in sala gli esponenti che nel nostro Ministero degli Esteri si occupano di Asia centrale, l'ambasciatore Mancini e l'ambasciatore amico Failla. Grazie di essere stati qua. E mi preme dire un'altra cosa. Il fatto che i 3 vincitori di questa edizione provengono da paesi dell'Asia centrale è dipeso anche, e non vorrei che le mie parole sembrassero rimproveri, assolutamente.
For the great work carried on by the embassies of these countries is to be here for the next year. I see many ambassadors here today, Korea, China, Armenia, Georgia, Vietnam. They can do the same in their universities and institutes. And maybe we'll have winners from also different countries. Sergio, I'll give you the floor. Thank you, Domenico. We want to align ourselves to the wish of the ambassador from Kyrgyzstan, and all these students and researchers now, they are only at the first step of a very long career, and this award could give them the space to create their future, diplomatic future, relators, scientists. The third winner is Dr. Zomart Nadirbekov from Kyrgyzstan, as he said. A small presentation. He's a professionist in government and digital solution with skills in IT, handling coordinative elements. He is the coordinator in the OGSC from Danduk, the National Center for Interoperability of Technologies of the Republic of Kyrgyzstan, where he coordinates projects, external projects, and in the integration of technologies. His background includes roles of a high level in analysis in Tonduk, the handling of products of high tech, but also digital services, but also operative leadership in a technological startup. This combination of skills offers a very incredible perspective on challenges and the opportunities of implementation of e-governance on national scale and international scale. His research creates an interesting implication as it explores the cooperation between our country and Kyrgyzstan when it comes to digital elements and services. With a comparison between the systems, we can see similar elements that create strategic possibilities between our countries. It's an aspect the ISIA really does care about, trying to facilitate the cooperation among our countries. Mario Finelli gives the award, Director of Diplomatic Gazzetta. I want to thank Dr. Finelli, who's always careful to our communications and initiatives. Thank you so much. Jomat? Congratulate.
Eccellenze, onorevole parlamentari.
Honorable guests, gentle guests.
With, first of all, greeting our dear guests from Kazakhstan, our neighbor, from other countries as well. And I want to give big respect and huge gratitude to our, how can I say, manager from ISIA that welcomed us yesterday, that showed Italy, showed the overall traditions, customs, and food, delicious food yesterday, very good.
Also red wine.
Yeah, red wine, well, it was perfect. I really liked it. Well, first of all, I would like to start my speech with the points that I have indicated in my work. Italy, 60 million, Kyrgyzstan, 7 million, different nations, different customs, different traditions, but we, as two nations, face same troubles, same problems, same battles. And in my work, I have emphasized the fact that we can, together, not like the strong nation and the weak nation, but horizontally, as a strategic partners, as a strategic friends, could solve those problems in the terms of e-governmental services. This year, as far as I remember, or last year, the Prime Minister of Italy has visited Kazakhstan and signed treaty with Central Asia countries, including Kyrgyzstan. And Kyrgyzstan has been appointed in top 15 priorities in investment for the Italy external investment plan. And based on that, I would say that a lot of words such as digitalization, cooperation has been announced, but not a single step has been done towards this position. And for the concrete, precise steps that can be done in the following topic, I can say that as an Italy, as a Kyrgyzstan, we could send our engineers to the Italy. Yesterday, I have seen the e-governmental app that Italy has developed, where you can use your ID card, the driver's license, and other aspects that could lead. We could send our engineers to Italy so that they can show what we can improve together in Italian's e-governmental topic sphere. Italy, as the other part, can show the European standards, how the work in the AI, in the digitalization sphere has been doing in the Italy. There are a lot of, I can say, gates between Italy and Central Asia, specifically Kyrgyzstan, that can be implemented, and e-governmental services can be one of the ways that we can start our dialogue and further improve step by step. Because if we start by small thing, eventually we can elevate to bigger projects, I believe. For that, yes. And at the end of my speech, I would like to give a gratitude to our president, whose digital vision has led to today's meeting, because starting from his first time, he has led our country to the digital path, where we have elevated in those 5 years to the big level. And lastly, I guess, I hope that next year, when ISIA will have different, I can say, the competition for the thesis, I would gladly join. I don't know whether will I win or not, but I will join and see. Yeah, thank you once again, dear guests. I am very delighted that you have found your time to meet here with the winners, with the great our Italian friends, and yeah, thank you. Grazie.
Thank you very much, Jean-Marc. Saluto l'onorevole Irene Manzi e la ringrazio.
I would like to say goodbye to Irene Manzi and thank her for her cooperation. I would like we have another 10 minutes about. One of the criteria that the evaluation committee adopted in choosing the winners is to have a view to possible further development opportunities. We will send you the link for all the works we have received, and not just those of the winners, the most interesting ones. Let us set up a network. That's our job, the job of ISIA, establishing connections between government bodies and research centers so that we can lay the foundations for the future development of these entrepreneurial ideas. This is what we're going to try and do. Does anyone like to take the floor now? If not, we can conclude our day. Nobody is raising their hand. So we will have a family picture, and Mr. Divina would like to say a couple of words to conclude our day. Well, I'd like to thank you, all participants, of course, and the winners, the ambassadors, the former ambassadors who are friends, and all those who are interested in our work from the embassies and diplomatic seats and all authorities. So after doing this, let me stress something which doesn't want to spoil this event, but I have to say that ISIA is working hard to improve relations between your own countries, the Central Asian countries, with Europe, and in particular with Italy, our country. We have to say that we would like to do more. We have already established this connection, which, of course, embraces you all. But this award could today be defined as a symbolic prize, because I have to say that we received more support from private companies than from the public bodies. We have involved all public managers. We are, of course, within an institution here, but we would like to launch this message. ISIA could do a lot more if we were able to receive more support domestically, publicly, from our public institutions, ministers, and all the relative structures that are involved in our field. This is a little message. With very little, we managed to do a great job for interrelations, and should we be given a greater help hand, ISIA could do more and better things that we are already doing. So that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sergio. And I have the duty to help mention Elettromedia, which helped us organize this event. I'd like to say goodbye to you. Please come to our events in September and October. You will be, of course, duly informed. And on behalf of the President and the Deputy President, thank you for being here. And yes, of course, now we must take a family picture with the winners and the ambassadors from their countries of origin. Thank you.